The NUX MG-300 MKII, the firmware upgrade. This is going to be mostly the technical video. So the NUX recently released the huge firmware upgrade, which is allowing us to use the NAND profiles with this device. It's about 155 euros here in Europe, the device, which is pretty cheap. And we're gonna check, I'm gonna show you from scratch how to install the firmware upgrade, either if you have a new or old device, either if you're using Mac or Windows. And literally we're gonna go here step by step, and in the end we're gonna go and do some sound check if these profiles are really NAND profiles. And I have to mention that the NUX did send me this device, but this is not a sponsor video. If I'm gonna like it, I'm gonna say I did like it. If I'm not gonna like it, I'm just gonna say it, I don't like it. Let's see and go through this tutorial. So today I'm gonna guide you how to upgrade the new firmware update on the NUX MG-300 MKII. It's a huge upgrade. It's not the update, it's the upgrade where the popular NAM or NAND profiles are able to be loaded by this device, which is pretty cool. We're gonna check, we're gonna test it later how it sounds like, but now in this part of the video we're gonna go through how to install the firmware upgrade. And if you already upgraded your NUX device, you don't have to watch this part of the video, but if you want to know how to upgrade the NUX to the newest firmware upgrade, then stay with me now. So basically we just type the NUX MG-300 MKII software, and now if you go to the website, it's very easy here. So basically here you have the, the infos and the other things. Then you go to the very bottom of the page, and depending on which user you are downloading the either firmware and software updates. In my case, I'm using the macOS, and I'm gonna download the macOS version. Here, if you're using Windows, you just choose Windows, and that's it. For the software, you also do the same thing, either macOS or either Windows. But there is a very important thing for Windows user, like extremely important thing for Windows users. If you're a Windows user, not a macOS user, you have to download the ASIO driver. Why? Because the NUX requires it, and the NUX can also work as an audio interface. So basically you can record directly through it. You can use it as audio interface later for the phone, which I'm going to show in the next video. But you have to download this driver. After downloading it, so what we are doing now here, we're opening the our new first thing first. What you need to do when you buy a new device, it's most likely the software is version 1 point something, okay, which is fine because this is a recent upgrade from them. So before installing the QuickTone software, you will need to install the upgrade first. Why? Because the software and the hardware in NUX are dependent on each other. So basically, if you are using the old QuickTone version and you have the latest firmware upgrade, it's not gonna work. And the other way around also for the hardware and software. So first thing first, you forget about the QuickTone, you forget about anything. You download the, as said here, you download here the firmware upgrade, depending on which OS you are, and you install it. Then what you have to do, you select a file here, you choose this one, and you open it here. And I already have it, so I'm not going to upgrade it twice, but all you have to do is to start upgrade. And then all you have to do is to reboot the device, and you are ready to go. Okay, so let's jump in now and see what is different between the old QuickTone and the newest QuickTone, and how does are there any changes at all? I mean, there obviously are, but let's check it together. More or less, like 99% of the features here are the same. And the only main difference, which is the most important difference, and which is why we are doing this video, is this button here. Because this button here is actually allowing us to load the NAND profile. So how does it work? Basically, you have nothing here on the very beginning, right? Then you have 10 slots. How you load it? For example, let's use this slot here, and depending on where you have it, you go in port. So now it's going to give us an option. For example, I don't know, let's use the orange. You open it, it's importing, and you have it here. Then you click somewhere around it, doesn't matter where, but in the QuickTone software. And how you choose it, you right click it here, and here we had we have all what we had earlier. So we have the NUX, all the amps. They have around 25 amps here, the guitar amps as far as I remember. Then we have some acoustic ones, and I guess the bass. I didn't try the bass, but here from the right side is exactly what we are interested in, and this is where you load your NUM profiles. And for today's testing, I chose a few of the most popular ones. They are Fender Super Reverb, for example, which if you choose one of them, you don't have any more option to choose the IR. Why? Because the NUM profile is literally ready to go profile, okay? So it's like, it is what it is. You have, as you can see here, you have the basics, the basic, controls like gain, bass, middle, treble, master, and that's it. For our testing, we're gonna turn off all the effects, even the noise gate. The only equalization which you can do on the amplifier itself or in this NUM profile are only here. Later you can add all the other effects: equalizer, drive, compressor pedals, effects, modulation, time effects pedals, it doesn't matter which one. But for amplifier you can use only this controls which are added here. So let's check how do they sound, maybe, yeah? Okay, so for this purpose, I'm gonna use my Fender Japan, which has one humbucker here in the bridge. Then we have one middle, and we have the neck pickup, single coils, and the humbucker. So let's start first with the clean amp, and in this case going to be, as mentioned earlier, the Fender Super Reverb without any single effect, so just the NUM profile. Let's add some master. I like it more trebly to be. Yep, let's go volume down the master. Let's add some gain here. This one is like you really can feel it's amplifier. Let's try with a little bit of reverb, my favorite spring one. It's a bit too much decay. Let's lower the decay down a bit and a bit level as well. Just to me it sounds great. Like you can feel Let's go with the second one. It's gonna be JCM N800. Don't get nervous or surprised if it's gonna be noisy. We're gonna turn on the noise gate later. Yeah, as expected, there is a noise. Let's add some. Oof, it's too trebly. Let's volume the treble down. But let's now try a more interesting thing to add a tube screamer. I think the settings are fine. Turn off. This is undoubtedly the Marshall GSM 800 sound, especially with this tube screamer. Like, it reminds me of the 80s. Let's go next. This is the Friedman. The Friedman. You don't have to remind me. I see that the reverb is there, but just a little bit, you know. It's the Friedman based. I would go with a bit of treble down middle, and since we added some gain, let's just master it down a bit. Typical Friedman Marshall based. We have a PV here. This could be loud. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's volume it down. Oof. Let's add some gain because you are 5150. Let's take some treble off. But I need to lower it down a little bit because this is a very loud profile, and the profile is not dependent on the device itself. The profile is the profile you get. One is louder, one is more bassy, the other one is not, depending on how the guy who profiled it. This equalizer here is just for you to, you know, like edit it a bit, but mostly you're dependent on the profile. Let's see here now. Woo! And this is a Fender. So okay, I'm satisfied with this profile. Let's try to edit the Tube Screamer, but I'm going to turn off the gain on the Tube Screamer completely. For example, here I'm missing a little bit of bass, you know, so like just the last try, and it still is a lot trebly. Maybe for Metallica early stages we can use these settings. Satisfied. I'm literally satisfied. And yeah, we can also try the other amps here, like for example, let's go with the Orange Standard 30. This one will require a bit more gain. But I don't like this profile. But this doesn't matter if I like this profile or not. The main point here is to see how the NUX is converting this profile is, you know, and the main question here is it the same NUM profiler as is it on the PC or the computer machines, Mac, whatever you're using? The answer is no. They all are using some technology to convert this NUM files into the device itself. This here was no latency at all. I mean, I really didn't hear this latency, you know. So now in the end, just want to say that we need to thank the Algam for sending me this device. Thank you very much. And in the description there is a link to directly to the NUX website with all the other information which you want to learn, to know about this device. Yeah, we're in touch. Next video is comparing one-to-one to the real NUM software, and we're gonna see does it sound better or not. Thank you. I'll see you again, guys.